What's up, guys, and welcome back to the next episode of our Pokemon Diamond Randomizer. And in today's episode, guys, we're going to be taking on the 6th gym leader, because that's what we were told to do, and there's nothing else going on. But we've already started taking on the gym. All that's left to do is just take on the gym leader himself. But before that, we are going to go and scoop up some potions, because we're short on that, and we're actually going to have to buy what is it? In the next set, I don't know. We're gonna buy some potions, but let's do a party recap real quick before I make myself look like a fool. And first up, we have Asuma, our Venusaur, who evolved in the last episode by surprise. Which, actually, I was expecting him to evolve at level 35. That's why I was so surprised. I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't make a surprise like that, but I was like, yo, whoa, that's dope. I actually thought Venusaur evolved at level 35. I'm guessing they changed it in later gens. I'm not so sure. I'm pretty sure Charizard's or Charmeleon still evolves at level 35 to Charizard. I just think it's Venusaur who's different, but I don't know. But he is rocking Takedown, Poison Powder, Petal Dance, and Leech Seed. Next up is Sniff, our Hypno, and she is rocking Psybeam, Hypnosis, Surf, and Disable. Next up, we have Wendy, our Dragonair. She is rocking Fly, Dragon Rage, Slam, and Thunder Wave. Next up, we have Juvia, our Milotic, rocking Water Gun, Aqua Tail, Water Pulse, and Twister. Next up, we have Mixtape, our Magmar, and he is rocking Fire Punch, Feint Attack, Confuse Ray, and Fire Spin. And lastly, we have Amperage, our Luxray, and he is rocking Crunch, Charge, and Spark. And Leer as well. But let's get going to the mart real quick. And I haven't grinded just because I said, why not? Let's just YOLO it. And not just that, I'm kind of a bit short on time. So we might just take on the gym in this episode, seeing as I burnt off like a lot of time already. But yeah, we're gonna need to buy hyper potions now, because in the last episode I noticed that super potions aren't cutting it anymore. So I'm gonna scoop up 15 of those. I'm gonna let's scoop up one more super potion, because 10 should be good just to heal up outside of battle. And I don't think I need any antidotes. Yeah, we're good on antidotes. Paralyze heals, awakenings, burn heals, ice heal. We're good. We shouldn't need too many of those. I think I want to scoop up a couple more super repels. I'm gonna scoop up another 10 super repels just because why not? And we'll be good. Actually, I should have scooped up a full. Let me scoop up some full heals. Let me get some full heals real quick going, because you never know when they might come in handy. And I think I'm gonna buy 5 of these. Just why not? I just said why not, because it wouldn't hurt to have full heals, because you never know when we might get paralyzed, paralyzed and confused, or something like that. Some type of hacks BS, because that's not fun. But if I do remember from last episode, I believe the correct way to go is this way. I think this way we went last time originally. It's kind of wild that we did it on the first try, compared to like anything else. Like unless every single way takes you to him. This was the wrong way. Unless every single path takes you to him, then I'm not surprised. But still, I'm really surprised that we did it on the first try, instead of like just on taking our time, which I was kind of hoping we would take our time, but we ended up doing it pretty quick. So let's get right to it. And we can't stand alongside. I would save my game, but yeah. Only you guys can prevent lost save data, but just for the purpose of me recording, I'm not gonna save the game, just because in case something happens and I have to re-record the episode. So yeah. That's Orberg's gym, Orberg's gym badge. I see. You've defeated my son. But that's no surprise. He still has much to learn. In place of my son Roark, I, Byron, will take your challenge. I don't know, I was trying to do like a voice for him, but I guess that's the best voice I could get him. And he kind of does look like him. Well, he has the same type of pants. Roserade. I think, yeah, we're prepared. Should be able to take on a Roserade, especially with Mixtape. Now, I am gonna mention only 2 of our mons are on par with this gym, or the gym leader's mons, and everybody else just gets destroyed by his team. Now, when it comes to his A's, we're probably gonna get shafted because his A's is really high above us. So yeah, let's just hope it's something we can take out with either Ambridge or Mixtape. Let's go, one-shotting. Which is nice. I just hope we're not gonna regret not buying revives at the end of the day. So yeah, let's see what else we can get going. And I feel like I should move up to the screen, but like, you guys don't understand, like, the amount of my computer screen I'm using to record is probably like 25% of the actual screen. Which, to be honest, I used to play on full screen on the emulators, but nowadays I'm just like, I think Lava Pool is special. Yeah, it is. We're physical. But yeah, I used to use my full screen, and then I ended up switching because when I saw my cousin play, we're gonna stay in. When I saw my cousin play, because what me and my cousin did one time was we did like a little challenge back in the day when I was in middle school. We did a challenge where we played through Super Mario Brothers, I believe 2, Super Mario Brothers, like Super Mario, or no, it wasn't Super Mario Brothers, it was Super Mario Adventures 2 or something like that. And it was like a childhood game for both of us because we both played it back in the day on a Game Boy, not a Game Boy Color, but on a Game Boy Advance. And it was like just nostalgia for us. We did this little challenge where, because I had a laptop back in the day, and we had our desktop, the one that's out in the other room where I usually record. We had that desktop. And so we decided to do a side-by-side playthrough, and we did this challenge. Was basically, it was like who could finish through the whole entire game before the other one could. And obviously we didn't do it on a one day, you know, it was more so like we did it every time he came back, you know. So when he left, you know, that was like the stopping point. It was like, okay, I'm gonna stop, you know, I won't play again until you come back next time. And so then we ended up doing that, and I believe he actually beat me on the challenge too. He ended up beating me by just a bit. Like, we're literally at the very end of the game battling Bowser. Basically, we were both battling Bowser, and he ended up beating me just because he took him out first. Just because when I was a kid, I never got to the end of the game, and I actually had his brother, my other cousin, helping me out a lot too, because they both knew all like the secret levels and stuff, like the hidden levels and all that, which I didn't know. And he ended up showing me how to get like all the Yoshis and stuff, all the colored Yoshis. It's like one flew, I remember one flew, one was like super duper fast, but I couldn't remember what all the Yoshis did. We ended up doing that and doing like the star levels and all that stuff. That was basically our like game challenge back in the day. You were strong enough to take down my prize team of Pokemon. In recognition of that power, I give you this, the Mind Badge. Hey. Having the Mind Badge enables you to use the hidden move Strength anytime outside of battle. And you now have 6 gym badges. That means all Pokemon up to level 70 will obey you without question. Here, take this to... you think, like... One thing I've always thought about Pokemon, it's like, I feel like when you get to the gym, like, one thing, because, you know, like, for Pokemon, like, the max level for Pokemon, it's 1 to 100. I've always thought, why is it that in Pokemon games, each gym leader isn't, like, up really, really high? Like, I feel like the first gym should be, like, where it's at, you know? Like, level 12 through 15 should be that, and then the second gym should be around 20 to 30, and then, I know I just skipped that dialogue. The second gym should be like 20 to 30. Well, let me read this and then I'll mention it. That TM91 contains the move Feather Dance. If it hits, it may also lower the target's special defense. But like I was saying, the way it should be in Pokemon, I feel when it comes to distributing badges, I feel like the first badge should be 12 through level 15, and then the second badge 25 through 30, because once you get the first badge, I believe Pokemon obey you up to level 30, and then the second badge is hold up, Barry. The second badge is, I believe, to 40, I think, because I'm pretty sure the badges go like really, really high, and the third badge should be between 40 to 35. And then the fourth badge, right? Am I going this right? Run this right? Yeah, 40 to 35. And then the fourth badge should be 40 to 50. The fifth badge should be... No, not 40 to 50. It should be 55 to 45 to 50. And then... I'm losing track. Yeah, the fourth badge should be 45 to 50. And then the fifth badge should be 55 to 60. The sixth badge 65 to 70. The seventh badge 75 to 80. Yeah, 75 to 80 with the seventh. And then the eighth badge 85 to 90. Right? Is that right? 70 to 80? 75 to 80? Yeah. The eighth badge 85 to 90. And then leaving the Elite Four with all 100s. Like, just straight hundreds on Mon levels. Like, that's how I feel levels should be distributed around Pokemon games. And the only reason I say that is because Pokemon is, like, it's obviously a game, but it's also an RPG. And I feel like that would make the level distribution a lot better. And also a reason why, it should also make it a reason for you to get to level 100, you know. And also you would make it to level 100 on your first playthrough, not just like, you know, oh, in the first playthrough, you know, your mons only get up to like level 70 at the highest or something like that, and then post game it's like BS stuff, like not even canon stuff, it's just like side stuff that you haven't done and all that, and then maybe your mons will get to level 100 unless you grind really hard. But I feel like it should be like that, you know. Like, you should implement grinding into the actual story itself, well, like progression of the game. Because like when you play an RPG game, that it's like Skyrim, for example. When you play Skyrim, in the story, when you're following progression of the story, you have to literally grind. Like, there's some quests where it's like a main quest when it comes to it. I'm talking about like main story. there's main quests where like it requires you to be like, oh, to do this quest you gotta be level 20 or above. Like that's recommendation, and I feel like that's something that Pokemon should implement, just because it would cause more of a challenge, and also it would add more longevity to the game, I guess, opposed to like people, oh, you know, you could just run through this game in an instant. But I guess like for LP or Let's Play purposes, it's kind of like, it would kind of suck because you'd have to constantly grind. But with emulation, you know, that would be a lot easier. But then again, if you have to go grind, you know, you could do that off screen. And then plus the whole story, you know, takes up levels, as we literally see in the game. But let's hop back into the game real quick. But yeah. Hey, that's the Mime Badge. Good going. You're tough enough to consider becoming the Pokemon champ. Of course, I'm tougher, so it's not going to actually happen. Anyways, Don, come with me to the library. Alright, let's go to Barry. With Barry, and I think we're gonna have a 20-minute episode. Just because I have to stop recording in a bit, since my younger sister's gonna come home from school, and I don't want her to make a lot of noise, so yeah. Hey Don, over here, this way. I'm just giving him a sassy voice. I feel like he's sassy. Okay Gramps, I brought Don like you said. Alright, I'll be out of here. Okay, I get it. Everyone is finally here. Done. Everyone, listen. You've forgotten already, but I study the evolution of Pokemon. But the more I study, the more mysteries appear and multiply. Pokemon that evolve, and those that don't. What makes them different from each other? Those that are immature as living beings evolve into ones more mature. If so, what do we make of the legendary Pokemon that don't evolve? Are we to assume that the legendary Pokemon are complete as creatures? This is where the three come in, or where you three come in. In the 3 lakes of Sinnoh, there are said to be, Mirage Pokemon. If we can obtain data on them, it may shed some light on how the process of Pokemon evolution works. I need help from each one of you on this grand undertaking. Help me find the Pokemon that are considered to be mirages. What are you saying? I don't get no Pokedex, or I didn't get no Pokedex. And who was it that bolted from the lab before I had a chance to give you the Pokedex? But that's water under the bridge. Seeing Pokemon with your own eyes is important for you in becoming a better trainer too. Alright, I gotta switch to Lucas' voice. This is probably my favorite voice, hands down. You bet, Professor. Or I know it's somewhere around those lines, but hold up, let me try to go a little bit more sadder. This will add to the Pokedex database and help advance your research. I would have made all of you go regardless anyways. Now, there are 3 lakes. Fortunately, there are 3 of you. You should therefore split up and investigate the lakes individually. Lucas, you take the lake, you go take Lake Verity. Or, yeah, I think that's how you say it, Verity. Or Variety. I don't know, yeah, Variety. Alright. Yes, sir. Barry, I want you to go investigate Lake Ossity. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that one. That would take you almost to Snow Point City. The road there is harsh. I need a tough trainer to go. Yeah, of course. Of course, Gramps. Alright. Yeah, of course, Gramps. You know how to call it. You can tell I'm the hotness. Damn, that's super sassy. And that leaves you, Dawn. And that leaves Dawn with Lake Valor. The lake between Veilstone and Pastoria. If memory serves. Bruh. Shake. It has stopped. All of you unharmed. Let's go outside. But be careful. I'm concerned about the city. And they just dip us. They just dip us. Done. Hurry along. But be aware of the aftershocks. Alright. We're gonna end off our episode here because it is time for me to stop recording. But if you guys enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit the like button down there. I know this is a bit shorter than usual, but yeah, it's all the time I have to record and I have to end off the episode before anybody gets home. So yeah, make sure you hit the like button as I said before. Also share my video with anybody you'd like to, and I would gladly appreciate the support coming from you guys as I always do. Thirdly, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, by all means feel free to it. I'm not forcing you, but if you do decide to subscribe to the channel, I highly recommend you go and watch the rest of my content, just so that you can make sure what I upload as videos is what you like and enjoyed watching. Fourthly, don't ask me to subscribe to your channel just because you subscribe to me. That is not the way I want my channel to grow, nor the way I want it to work. And I know it sounds mean and rude, but I'm just being honest, and sometimes honesty hurts, to be real. Or to be honest. But lastly, make sure you go follow me on Twitter just so that you can keep up to date with the channel. Just in case something goes down or something, I might tweet it out. I'm not super duper active on Twitter, so don't expect a lot of tweets. Like, I'll just tweet here and there about some shit, or maybe about the channel, but that'll be about it. But like always, guys, peace.